AMCU discourages its members from avenging the death of a union member who was shot and killed in Rustenburg in the northwest at the weekend, and 19 people shot and wounded after gunfire erupted at a Mother's Day parade in New Orleans. I'm Richard Brooks. Trade union AMCU has discouraged its members from avenging the death of a union member who was shot and killed in Rustenburg in the northwest at the weekend. The union says its member was killed on Saturday in a potential flashpoint at a time when tensions are running high with job cuts and wage talks looming. It says he had been an activist with the union at the Lonmin Platinum Mine. The union will be holding a media briefing today. It poached tens of thousands of disgruntled workers last year from the dominant National Union of Mine Workers, NUM. 34 striking miners were killed in a conflict with police last year at the mine. It was the most violent single incident stemming from the AMCU-NUM turf war. 19 people, including 2 young children, have been shot and wounded. That's after gunfire erupted at a Mother's Day parade in New Orleans in the United States. Police say shots rang out as the second line of the parade passed in the city. They say 10 men and 7 women were shot, along with a 10-year-old girl and a 10-year-old boy. Bullets grazed the children, who are said to be in a good condition. 2 victims are undergoing surgery. Spectators fled the scene when the incident occurred. Police say they saw 3 suspects running away. No arrests have yet been made. David Cohen is from WWL Talk Radio in New Orleans.
They believe there were as many as 3 people who opened fire, and the mayor of New Orleans is pleading with this community, which has been ridden with crime and violence, to end the silence that typically follows events like this and come forward, these innocent people celebrating, dancing in the street, celebrating motherhood of all things, were torn down by gunfire.
Police are trying to establish who fired the shots that killed a 1-year-old baby and wounded its mother in Mooiplaas, south of Pretoria. The incident happened yesterday after a shootout between police and community members in the area. Police spokesperson Katlego Mogale says police had reacted to a mob justice incident. She says the community beat 2 suspects that were accused of stealing. Police were called to intervene, but community members started fighting with them. Mogale says the shots were fired and the mother and child were hit. The DA in Limpopo says it's considering taking legal steps against the Provincial Education Department. This is for failing to deliver textbooks to some schools in the province. Several schools have reported a shortage of textbooks, especially in the Vembe, Mopane and Waterberg districts. The DA has written to Education MEC Dixon Masamola requesting a report on the reasons behind the delay of the delivery of textbooks. The DA's shadow education minister, Desiree van der Walt.
We'll give him till the 17th, and we will see what emergency steps we can take, and we are not excluding legal action or any type of legal action, let me not say specifically what, against the MEC. Despite the intervention of Section 100, the Minister has made it clear that the procurement of textbooks has always been the competence of a provincial department.
Organisers of this year's 19th MTN Summer Music Awards, which were held in Sun City in the northwest at the weekend, say they believe that they lived up to their expectations. Nhlanhla Sibisi, Chief Executive Officer for the Summers.
I think the show went brilliantly. Everything that we had planned went according to plan. I think the production, as you can see, year on year improves, and it remains the best platform for us to recognize and showcase our artists. Many congratulations to the winners. I think the nominees as well are, in my mind, winners in their own right, because I think judges must have had it very difficult to choose ultimately who the winner is.